Yo, 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 what up? It's your boy Tyler School. I'm here with another video, and today we are resetting the app. We are on day 2 of Crimson, and we're going to try to get some crown rares today. Let's go ahead and open up our subscription pack and see how far we get. We are just going to try to speed run this since last time. Yesterday, our video was very, very long, and to kind of counteract that, I'm going to try to go a little bit faster. Also, because we pretty much know every Pokemon in the set. It's a very small set. I don't anticipate it'll take very long. But the problem is that there are 2 crown rares that we have to gather, which means, actually, let's use our Poke pack hourglasses for this. We have a lot to talk about. So there's definitely some smaller. This is definitely a smaller set, but this set is a little bit unique in that it is our first set that has 2 crown rares in it. Not to say like first single pack booster with 2 crown rares in it, and that's unusual, right? Because most every other set we've had. Oh, nice, shiny Guzzlord. I was looking forward to opening. This is our first EX shiny from this set, believe it or not. We are trying our best to, grab as many crown rares as possible. The fact that there are 2 crown rares means that absolute bare maximum, I should say, bare maximum would take us 16 days to complete the set, right? Because each crown rare takes approximately 4 days to get to the 2500, 2400, whatever, 2500 pack points. It takes approximately 4 days to get there, and because each day it's like 600 pack points, right? That you can kind of gem with your Pokegold, and plus the free stuff, the free packs you get in the subscription pack. And for example, like I was also using like pack hourglasses from my last season, so there ends up being, what you have is a lot of different sources of free packs that kind of counteracts the extra, that gives you that extra 100 pack points to get from 2400 to 2500. So I would say on average you're looking at 4 days worth of pack openings to get to 1 crown rare, assuming that you don't get a single crown rare in those 4 days. Now, that means that there's a little bit of luck involved, right? Because if we can grab at least 1 crown rare, that's gonna effectively decrease our time to complete the set by 4 days, right? That's a pretty big deal. Because this is a small set where the idea is that we'll probably get everything except for the crown rare. The crown rare is the hardest thing to collect, and once we get everything we need, then the idea is that we would probably just stop once we unlock. My thing is that I stop opening packs usually when I get to 2 crown rares each, for 2 copies of each crown rare in a set. That's usually when I stop. Now that doesn't mean that we don't, that doesn't mean that we stop entirely if we're still missing cards, like 2 stars, trainers, what have you. We'll try to like either trade for them, or we'll try to grab them. Like immersive is a good example. Like I don't think it'll be the case that we won't get an immersive. In fact, we already have the immersive for this set. But there was a weird set. I want to say it was the one with okay, our second shiny Sandshrew for the day. Yeah, it was Guzma. Guzma was one particular immersive that took me a long time to get, to the point where I actually had to exchange pack points for it, I think. That was the one, that might have been the one immersive that I actually had to exchange pack points for. But generally speaking, immersives are pretty easy to get. I will say though that the immersive for this set, the Charizard, I only have 1 copy, and I've opened up a bunch of packs already. So you can see from my inventory that it is a little bit challenging to grab. Now, some other good news. We hit 1,800 subscribers already, which is pretty crazy. We're on route to get to 2,000, possibly by the end of the year. Although I can't really, I don't want to say, I don't want to speak too soon, but we would need, I think, like 150, 160, 170 more subscribers. Last I checked, I think it were like 1.84 thousand or something like that. It might be more than that, or it might be less than that. I don't know. I don't. I'll tell you one thing's for sure. I don't check my. I do check my subscriber count, obviously, but I haven't been checking it that often lately because I've been so busy with everything else. So, I definitely am happy about the growth of this channel and how we've been steadily climbing. But we definitely have to, keep opening up packs and making content. Making content, by the way, is much harder than you think it is. I've been doing daily videos and stuff like that, but just so you know, it is a tricky thing to keep up with all this stuff. Oh, nice, Clemont. Okay, cool. We got a full art trainer here, our first one. We're probably just going to end up exchanging all of our cards for crown rares, by the way. I don't think we're going to end up exchanging anything for trainers, although it is enticing, I will say. But yeah, I mean, the hope is that we get... I think the only other trainer in this set is Sabrina. Is that her name? And she is a good trainer to get. She's the one that puts a mega Pokemon into your hand. So she's going to be a little bit challenging, I would say. Because Clemont is not a big deal, right? People probably aren't going to trade for Clemont. Well, people will trade for Sabrina, I think. All right. So as you can see here, we've got quite a few cards to collect still. We do have the base set completed, but we still have a lot of things, especially in the shiny department, that we still need. And we also, most importantly, need crown rares. So if we can get a crown rare today or tomorrow, that'd be great. If not, it's not a big deal. Like I said before, we're just trying to... We're in the waiting room for a crown rare, basically. The more crown rares we get naturally from a pack, the better. But ultimately, if we can get, like, let's say we get an Aegislash. So the two crown rares are the Aegislash and the grass spell item thing, whatever. So if we get... Oh, nice, a Charizard. That's pretty cool. It's a good one. If we can get a... if we can grab a crown rare Aegislash, then if we naturally open a crown rare Aegislash, for example, then we'll exchange pack points for the other crown rare. That would be the ideal scenario. The less ideal scenario is that we don't open a crown rare in the next 3 days, 2 to 3 days, and we end up having to basically guess and exchange exchange pack points for one random crown rare. It's not ideal because the problem is we could end up... It's not that bad when we exchange for one. The problem is when we exchange for two. Oh, nice, an immersive. The problem with exchanging pack points is that obviously, you have to play your cards right, if that makes any sense, because you don't want to get like two Aegislashes. You don't want to end up getting two Aegislashes and then you open up a third Aegislash, right? Because that's just a waste of a crown rare. If you open up an Aegislash and you exchange for the other crown rare, then if you open up another Aegislash, then you're fine, right? Because all you had to do was, oh, nice, a shiny Lunala. Like, nice, let's go. And then it becomes like pretty easy as far as math goes, right? It's just getting the remainder. You only really need 2 copies of a crown rare to be happy, I would say. So we're just basically trying to be happy is all. we want the ratio to be as even as possible, and this is the concept that I usually apply to like even the 3-packers. But having 2 crown rares makes this a little bit more complicated. It basically means you have to open up, like, you have to open up double, basically. Essentially, that's what it comes down to. You have to open up double, and you can't exchange easily immersives or crown rares for trade. You can't trade crown rares or anything like that, right? So that's where it gets a little bit hairy. If you could exchange for trade crown rares, that would be a completely different story, but I don't think that they're going to ever allow that because, first of all, crown rares and immersives are kind of like the face of the game. The whole point of the game is so that you can basically get collect a Reuniclus pack. Yeah, the whole point of this the opening these packs is to get the immersives and the crown rares. Those are like the chase cards, right? Other chase cards, obviously, Professor's Research is one that everybody was looking for. That's probably the one exception. People were probably asking for Professor's Research more than they were even looking for the crown rare. Although Rare Candy is definitely a card that, as a crown rare, you'd obviously want. Although I think it's interesting just to note that I had way more crown rare candies than I had the deluxe like parallel foil rare candy. I think is what it was. I opened up way more of the crown rare because I think that just having a bunch of cards, having so many cards in a deluxe set makes it each individual card harder to pull. But I don't know if the math comes out to regular rare candy being more rare than the crown rare. I don't think that's necessarily the case. Although I haven't actually ran the numbers. I don't even know if that data is available. I'm sure it is, but it is something to be thinking about, right? Right? Because as far as these cards go, some of them are super rare, some of them are not so super rare. Now, I think that Venusaur might end up being metagame, just because of the grass type item and the fact that you can just like evolve grass Pokemon so easily. They might not even want. I mean, Rare Candy is good, but they might not even care about getting Bulbasaur to Venusaur or Mega Venusaur immediately because Ivysaur is actually just really a really good card that you might want to just ramp into like ramp the energy so that you can eventually get the Venusaur. So one thing that I will say this set has done quite remarkably is that it's made evolving with rare candies. It gives you like the middle evolution is actually really good in these sets, right? Like Wartortle, they all have like an ability on them that makes things a little bit interesting. So it is something to be aware of. Nice, another immersive. We're gonna get a lot of these, like I said. It's not the immersives that I care about. It's the crown rares, because the crown rare is going to be what's hard to get. I also don't know if they've had a set with two different immersives in the same pack. I know this is probably the first set that they had two crown rares in the same booster pack, but I don't know if they had multiple immersives in the same booster pack. So that might be a new thing that they could do as well. I don't know. There's a lot of interesting things they could do in this type of environment, right? Okay, cool. A Gloom. Is this a new one? No, I have had one before. All right, let's keep going here. We are on a roll. Hopefully we can get some more stuff. So far we haven't gotten anything too exciting, except for a couple of shiny EXs like Lunala and Guzzlord. Although I'm probably gonna stick to the Rainbow Rare Guzzlord. I know that we were gonna be due for a shiny Guzzlord, but I still think that the Rainbow Rare Guzzlord is better. It just looks cooler in my opinion. And a cool looking version of a card is a cool looking version of a card, right? So what if the shiny is like 100 pack points more? I don't necessarily know if that makes it more valuable because the rarities are just slightly different, right? Between shinies and 2 stars. We are getting some hits though. Not quite the hits that we want. Oh, nice. A shiny Solgaleo EX. All right. So this is like the day where we're getting all the shiny EXs. It's pretty cool though. I'm not gonna lie. Like yesterday we got all the 2 star like starters, and now today we're getting like the 2 star shiny EXs, which is pretty cool. I think that's it, right? The shiny EXs are just Solgaleo, Lunala, and Guzzlord. I don't know if there's any others. Let's see. Oh, there might be like. Oh, I think that's it. There might be another one in 98. I'm not 100% sure, but I guess we'll find out. All right, we got a hit here in the second pack, I think, but I don't know if we get anything else crazy. Oh, nice Buzzwole. So we literally got every single shiny EX today. That is hilarious. That's actually pretty cool. Again, I'm not gonna be upset about that. but it would be nice to get a crown rare because at the end of the day, the crown rare is what matters. Getting the crown rare, speeding things up by 4 days is a huge deal. Let's see if we can get a crown rare. I still have hope, but as each passing 10-pack set goes by, that hope slowly dies. Slowly wears away. All right. How many more do we have left? I think we still got quite a bit. Yeah, so now we got everything except for we're still missing a couple of 2 stars. Oh, we're done for the day. Okay, well that's gonna be it for now. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I will catch you all next time. Peace out.